Pack a bowl, my friend, and don't forget to pass that blend. Pack it up, my friend, and then we'll ride up and we'll smoke in the ashes in the end. Pack a bowl, my friend. Pass me that blend, would you? Welcome back in, y'all. Happy Sunday to y'all. And for those of you that are fortunate enough to get Labor Day off, well, 3-day weekend. I know I do. That's one of the reasons why I took advantage of this time to get up here in the craft room. So today we're going to be talking about those wraps that I told you I was going to be making for Mr. Dennis and Mr. D. Hicks. We'll be talking about those. Y'all, today I'm smoking my Molina. This is probably the stubbiest of poker pipes that I have. Keeps the nose warm, that's for sure, when it counts. Most of you know that I really am partial to poker pipes. I just like them. I like how small they are. Here's my it's my rat trays, and I have a Rossi downstairs. But I just like them because they're so small, easy to carry around in your pipe wrap, your bag, whatever. Easier to clean, I think, in my opinion. So anyway, that's the Molina, made in Italy. It's got a lot of great character in the briar here, y'all. I really like this pipe, and it didn't break the bank at all. I mean, shit, it shouldn't, y'all. Look how small it is. But it's got a nice deep bowl. I can pack a lot in here and just start working away or doing whatever I'm doing, enjoying it on the couch or out in the yard. It's a good clincher too. So the pokers, I think that's another reason. When you have a larger pipe and you clinch it, you can get, jaw strain and all that good stuff. With the pokers, you can clinch them, and I don't think I get jaw strain at all. I can clinch it, and it's not a problem. Good to go. But in the pipe, y'all, is the Bayou Morning. Run the Bayou Morning. I really like Bayou Morning. It's a heavy Perique blend, as y'all know. And then I thought I'd show you, kind of piggybacking off of last video. I am running a filter in this pipe. They give you that option to do that on this 9mm pipe, and works out pretty well. That is the Dr. Pearl filters, and I'm sure most of you know about those anyways. But yeah, like I said, sometimes I will load up a pipe. Could be a screen, a filter, all kinds of stuff going on. I like options. And let me get this guy lit up. You know what's amazing too, y'all? I just realized that. So, for the majority of us, when we're outside and it's kind of windy, you cup your pipe to keep your flame going. I find that my body is so programmed to do that I even do it indoors when there's no wind. Just interesting to observe those things. Yeah, you know how you cup it and you keep that flame going. At least for those of us who use a regular soft flame. Sometimes I use a butane lighter. Not that often though. Only if I just have to. I have these butane lighters up in here in the craft room, uh, mainly because to burn the edges of thread. Sometimes I'll burn the edge of leather. It all depends. And these nice little torch lighters work really well for that. And once in a while, I find myself picking it up and using it in the pipe, even though that's a big no-no. But I'm careful about it when I do it. Now, like I said, I was going to go ahead. I'm going to show you the progress since it's a 3-day weekend. Definitely found time to get up here in the craft room and start working on those wraps. And I got some pictures to show you of my progress, of what's going on here, like I promised. And we're going to talk about those right now. Let's get there. Check that out. Now, here's the materials that I'm using for Mr. Dennis Alber's wrap. I started off with his. Mr. D. Hicks, your wrap will be next. Getting on to it. And we'll show pictures of that also. But I ran into a small problem. I know Mr. Dennis and Mr. D. Hicks, you both like the dark brown. Well, when I unraveled it, when I unwrapped it and set it out on the table, I realized there's not as there's not enough. I thought that I had more wrapped up in there. Um, Now I would have had enough to make just a simple bag, things of that nature, but not for a good trifold wrap. And I chose to do a more traditional wrap this time, and a trifold wrap. I needed a lot more material than I had, and I thought I had more, and I didn't. So what I chose to do is use the lighter of the brown suedes, and then for you, Mr. Dennis, the wine color suede on the inside for the liner area, and then to get you some of that dark brown, I decided to use it for the embellishments. So the buckle area, the belt, maybe some outer embellishments to bring that dark brown in there. And I really hope that doesn't dishearten you too much. It's still going to turn out really nice. It's still going to be really, really good in the end. But let's go ahead and show you some more pictures of that. So there's another picture of the material. As you can tell, I have way more of the tannish color suede than I do of the dark brown. So I was getting it measured out, trying to figure out. I don't have a template to do this. I know I should, but I don't know. Y'all, I kind of pride myself in just making something, shooting from the hip, off the cuff, whatever you want to say it, in the spare of the moment, and making a one of a kind situation and being done with it. I do enjoy doing that. So I really don't save templates unless, of course, it's for a wallet, because wallets are wallets, and certain other items. Um, Wallets. I do have some templates for my wife's purses she likes me to make. That's about it. Everything else, people just give me dimensions and what they'd like. Um, oh, I do save templates for handguns. Um, I have templates for 9mm, 45s, 38s, all that good stuff. Just in case someone says, "Hey," which it has happened. Someone says, "I've got a Smith and Wesson 9mm, compact," and I can say, "Well, I've got a template for that. I'll make you a holster, um, or a Sig Sauer, or so on and so forth." I've got templates from other weapons that I've used. So yeah, I do have templates for those things, but for the majority, I don't really save templates or save, cardboard cutouts or whatever I'm making. So as you can see right here, I've got the ruler out, and we're trying to figure out how long I wanted it, and giving myself enough room for the bulk of putting pipe tobacco tins and pipes and pipe cleaners, lighters, all that good stuff, putting it all in there. And by the time it gets done, will I have enough for it to tri-fold and then buckle in place? In the past, I've made tri-folds and I think I made them a little too tight. So in this time, I decided to make it just a little bit bigger, um, to accommodate larger items. And then, of course, the buckle and the belt on the end will, cinch that all up and keep it in place. So I decided to go 21 inches long. That gives me 7 inches um, on the left side. I think I got 7 inches in the middle and 5 inches for the pocket on the opposite side. And then when it folds up, I have a small flap area that will flap over. And I went ahead and loaded it up with some of my pipes, a couple tins, things of that nature, and I folded it 3 times, and I realized, yep, that's going to work. So 21 inches by 8 inches tall is what I chose to go with, and you'll see that as I progress here in the pictures. I went ahead and cut 2 because Mr. D. Hicks, you're going to get the same material also. Of course, yours will look different when it comes to embellishments and things that is on the inside and all that good stuff. And to Mr. D. Hicks, I got your first email, but you really didn't tell me what you wanted. If you could, please email me back and tell me what you'd like. Do you want room for 1 pipe, 2 pipes, a pocket here, pocket there, whatever? If not, I'm just going to flow and make you a wrap, and hopefully that is good to go. Regardless, it'll be just fine. But if you tell me what you want, I can try to accommodate, things that you would like to have done. So we do have the 2 pieces here cut out, ready to go. One from Mr. Dennis, one from Mr. D. Hicks. Now to show you that this is suede, I went ahead and brushed it real quick. Suede is really good, y'all, especially when it comes to everyday items like this that you're going to handle a lot. It wears really well. If you get it dirty, it just seems to add to the character. Most leather products, that's the case. Most. Some leather products, if you don't protect them right, they can stain, and yeah, even though it adds to character, all that good stuff, I understand. It can cause some unwanted cosmetic blemishes. But with suede, this right here, it'll wear really well. You can sit there and touch it with greasy hands, and it'll just add to the character. I know from all the years of working with suede, it just wears really well. So I showed you how that works there. Took a brush real quick, bam, I brushed it. Those of you that have worked with suede or know about suede know that you can brush it one way and brush it back again. It's also a good way to clean it too. You can brush it off and it takes care of business. So here I am going ahead, figuring out the pocket areas, all those things like that, and cutting that wine red liner right there from Mr. Dennis's wrap. Now I went ahead, and there's a flap area that's going to flap over where the pipes are to protect them and to keep them from falling out. And decided to go ahead and round off the edges, and you can see I've got my rounding tool right here. I've got a whole bunch of different sizes. I chose this one here to round off the edges, and it's just easier to use that tool versus trying to draw out a nice area and then cut it with scissors. This right here, set it in place, hit it with the hammer a couple times, boom, you got a nice round edge. Now, as I flow, I told you, y'all, I'll be sitting there looking at things, and I'll think, well, wouldn't that be nice? Or we could try this and see what happens there. I grabbed a piece of veg tan leather, and I thought, maybe I'll put on the end of the flap, I'll put some leather there where the snap's going to be and snap it in place. I'll put Mr. Dennis's name and maybe a little bit of artwork at the top right there. I put what looks to be like a rope stamp that goes at the very top, and then stain it. And so I played around with it. I sat it there in place, and I thought, yeah, I like it. I like it. So it's nice. Of course, I'm going to have my little stamp on the outside, but on the inside, it's going to have Mr. Dennis's name right there, and gives it that personal touch to the wrap. People can say, hey, where'd you buy that? Well, I didn't buy it. I had it made. Well, how do you know? Well, there you go. There's my name right there, you know, and you can tell. So it's just kind of nice to have that little touch, showing that it was made just for you, versus something you bought off a shelf somewhere, um, or somebody just put together real quick. You'll see more of that as we go on here. So I showed, yeah, okay. So this is where I was playing with it, and used my airbrush to give it that dark to light fade look. So we did a dark brown on the outside edges, and we fade to a lighter brown coat on the inside there to kind of make Mr. Dennis's name pop out a little bit more. I used my airbrush for that, and y'all, if you stain things, small items, if maybe you're a leather worker, maybe you're a woodworker, using a airbrush like this, I have found personally, in my opinion, works really well. And I am just happy to have one. I just recently got one here this year, and I have just enjoyed using the airbrush to work on my projects. So that's what we did there, and you can see that. Now I went ahead and sewed it to the flap. That's where the flap will flap over the pipes. And you can tell right there I am sewing it. Now I used a dark brown thread, very heavy duty thread, to sew this in place. And I believe the dark brown is especially on the, as you can see, part of it touching, well, okay, that's not it, but it looks like it, the suede. And so that dark brown on the light tan suede, I believe, will, you know, nice contrast there, nice pop, will work out really well. So I chose that dark brown thread. And there you can see it there. So I'm setting it in place. I think I already sewed it in place right here. But that's, you know, so underneath there is where the pipes are going to lay in a pocket, another wine colored suede pocket. And then this flap will come over and flap and snap down in place to protect the two pipes or whatever, you know, Mr. Dennis chooses to put in there. And okay, yeah, and I did use the antique button right there. The antique buckle also. The antique just works really well with this rustic looking suede, in my opinion. I think it'll work fine. So there I am lifting it up, showing you, yep, I did sew it right there. It's already sewn in place. Sewn on the bottom, so when you pull it over, you won't see the threads. Just a cool little cosmetic technique there. It'll look good right there. And now to show you that I wanted to bring in some of that dark brown into it. I know I didn't have enough, but bring in some of it. So you do get a little touch of that oily suede dark brown. I went ahead and brought in some of that dark brown for the buckle. Used a antique buckle there, and then we'll use that same dark brown to make the belt portion. So when it folds all up, you can bring it through, cinch it up, and good to go. We'll use that also, that dark brown oily suede for the belt portion of it. So that's cool. We get the wine, we get the two styles of suede, and I may embellish right here in the corners and stuff with that dark brown to bring more of that dark brown into the light brown. We'll find out as things go as I flow. Like I said, I may look and think, oh, I want to do something here in the corners. I may want to sew a little piece of artistic work here and there. I don't know. We'll see. Now, I took this picture so y'all can see I was getting ready to put the pipe pocket in place. Normally, you would have to pin things in place or glue them in place before you sew them. I got this. I've been using it for about a year now. This double-sided tape. They had it at the leather shop. I thought I'd try a roll of it, and it is a game changer for me, y'all. Instead of having to glue something or kind of hold it in place while I sew it, this double-sided tape here, very thin. It's almost the consistency of a glue. You set it in place, peel it off. Now, when I put that piece back in place, the tape will hold it there while I sew. So it's really nice. I don't have to pin nothing in place, glue it in place. I could glue because that's what I used to do. And I still do in some, you know, projects, but in these projects here, I can use this double-sided tape and it's great. And then I sew over top of it. I'm showing you that buckle there again, how it looks against the other brownish suede. So I think it's all coming together. I'm still up here in the craft room working away. I just stopped to make this video, but it is Labor Day weekend, like I said, so I'll probably be up here tomorrow again. And as I do more, I'll take more pictures and we'll show you the progress on my next video. When I get done with this one, Mr. Dennis, then we'll go on to Mr. D. Hicks and we'll take pictures and to show you how I'm doing that one. And then when we get done, I'll show you the final product of everything and then send them out to Mr. D. Hicks and Mr. Dennis. So I hope you all enjoyed a little bit of that, seeing the progress. I told you I would show you, so we did. I'm really excited to see the finished product. It's gonna be nice. I really do. Actually, I do have one other thing, y'all, that I want to show you. I'm kind of proud of this. So I had I think in my opening portion of my video, there's a picture that I use, and it's a picture of me sitting on my back porch in my cowboy hat. Now I had sat down from working, and I'm smoking my pipe, of course. Talking about pipes, and my wife snapped a picture of me. And I thought, wow, that's a nice picture. I think I'll use that. My wife loved this picture so much. Of course, she made it her her phone's lock screen. There you go, the lock screen picture, whatever. And she likes this picture a lot, so much that she painted that picture. I'm going to show you that real quick. I think it came out great, y'all. Painted it on canvas and then framed it. Let me show you a picture of that real quick. So here is the picture she snapped here on the left. Yeah, and the picture that's framed right here, this is the one. It's on canvas, and that's the painting she did of that picture. And we hung it up in the living room. I really like it, y'all. She did a great job, and it just looks really good, really good. It's on canvas, and it's kind of I'm kind of proud because I think it's a painting that can be handed down. So if my daughter or my son wants it later on in life after I pass, well, there they go. They got a picture of Dad, and or maybe my granddaughter wants it. I don't know, but it turned out really well. Turned out really good. We got a nice frame for it, and she put one of them lights above it too, so it shines down on it. Did a really good job. Now, y'all, I have to confess something. Before you think my wife's a great painter, because she certainly looks like she is. Something really cool about this is she found this website where you can upload a picture. They will in turn send you the canvas. It is a paint by number at that point. They send you the acrylic paints, even some paint brushes, everything, and you sit down and simply paint by number. How many of you remember those back when you were a kid? So I would like to say she is such a great artist that she did this, and you know, I'd like to think she could if she wanted to. She's very talented, y'all. But this one here was paint by number. Regardless of it, you can still screw that up. She did a wonderful job here, and I'm proud to have it, and proud to have it on the wall there, in the living room. So yeah, so that I thought I'd just show you that. I'm kind of proud of it, and my wife's proud of it too. Uh, so really neat. So if y'all wanted an extra little hobby, um, I don't know where she did it, but look online about uploading your picture and then getting it where you can paint it. Maybe some of you out there like painting, pictures like this. This might be something, or maybe you already know about it. This, but it took her quite some time, y'all. It was very detailed. Had like a pack of like 20 different colors that match, what's going on there, and it took her a couple weeks. She sat down a little bit every day and painted each little teeny area. She said the T-shirt was my T-shirt that I was wearing. She said that was really detailed. Had a lot of fun doing that one. But I'm proud of it, and I just wanted to show you all that. Anyways, the wraps coming along good, y'all. We're starting there on and getting those going, and I'll show you as progress continues on. Probably next week we'll show you more about that, and maybe I'll be fortunate enough to get Mr. Dennis's done, and we'll get on to Mr. D. Hicks. Remember Mr. D. Hicks? Email me if you'd like any special requests on the inside or outside of your wrap. If not, I'm just going to make a normal trifold wrap. It's up to you. And it's not too late, Mr. Dennis, if you decided, hey, I'd like something special put on the inside. If you tell me soon enough, I can make that happen. So if you have any ideas and you want to comment or email, and we'll try and accommodate that. But I'm having fun, y'all, and thanks for stopping by and seeing the pictures that I told you I would show you. But we're going to continue to stay up in here. Labor Day weekend, have some fun, some good food, that's for sure. And this pipe will probably be in my mouth majority of the time, y'all. It's just the way it goes. Okay, until next weekend, y'all. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you. Pack a bowl, my friend, and don't forget to pass that blend. Pack it up, my friend, and then we'll ride up and we'll smoke in the ashes in the end. Pack a bowl, my friend. Pass me that blend, would you?